Hello everyone and welcome to this session. Today we are going to discuss a topic that is hidden behind almost every product we use, but rarely talked about openly. Human rights in supply chains. When we buy a product, we usually focus on price, quality and brand, but we almost never think about the people who made it. Yet behind every supply chain are workers, families, and communities whose lives are deeply affected by business decisions. In this session, we will explore how human rights, global supply chains, and ISO standards are closely connected. We will also understand how ISO standards help organizations move from profit-only thinking to responsible and ethical business practices. Now, understanding human rights in a business context. Human rights are basic rights that belong to every human being. In business, these rights include safe working conditions, fair wages, reasonable working hours, freedom from forced and child labor, equality, and respect for human dignity. When businesses ignore these rights, workers suffer physically, mentally, and socially. Modern businesses rarely operate alone. They depend on suppliers, contractors, and service providers across multiple countries. This makes protecting human rights more complex but also more important than ever. Now, why supply chains are high-risk areas for human rights violations? Supply chains are often long and complex, with multiple layers of suppliers and subcontractors. As the supply chain becomes longer, visibility becomes weaker. At the same time, pressure increases due to low cost, tight delivery deadlines, and intense competition. Because of this pressure, some suppliers reduce wages, force overtime, compromise safety, or even use child or forced labor. These risks are especially common in industries such as textiles, agriculture, mining, construction, electronics, and logistics. Now, the common excuse: we don't control our suppliers. Many organizations believe they are not responsible for what happens in their supply chains. This mindset is no longer acceptable. Customers, investors, regulators, and society now expect companies to take responsibility for their entire value chain. Taking responsibility does not mean controlling every supplier. It means setting clear expectations, assessing risk, monitoring performance, and acting when human rights violations are found. ISO standards provide a structured way to do this effectively. Now, the role of ISO standards in responsible supply chains. ISO standards are international frameworks that help organizations manage risk, improve processes, and demonstrate responsibility. While ISO standards are not laws, they strongly influence how organizations operate globally. Many ISO standards support human rights indirectly by promoting ethical behavior, transparency, risk-based thinking, leadership accountability, and continuous improvement across supply chains. Now, ISO 26000, Social Responsibility and Human Rights. ISO 26000 is the most direct ISO standard related to human rights. It provides guidance on social responsibility rather than certification. Human rights are a core subject within ISO 26000. The standard encourages organizations to respect human rights, avoid involvement in abuses, conduct due diligence, and provide grievance mechanisms. It strongly aligns with the UN Guiding Principles on Business and Human Rights and asks organizations to look beyond their own operations to their suppliers and partners. Now, next comes ISO 9001, Quality Management and Human Dignity. At first glance, ISO 9001 appears to focus only on quality. However, poor quality is often a result of poor working conditions. Overworked, undertrained, and underpaid workers are more likely to produce errors and defects. ISO 9001 promotes process stability, competence planning, and accountability. When suppliers follow ISO 9001 properly, they reduce chaos and pressure, which helps protect workers from exploitation and burnout. Now, next comes ISO 14001, environmental responsibility and community rights. Environmental damage often leads to human rights violations. Pollution affects local communities, unsafe waste handling harms workers, and environmental disasters displace families. ISO 14001 helps organizations identify and control environmental impacts. When applied to supply chains, it protects not only the environment but also the health, safety, and rights of workers and surrounding communities. Now, ISO 45001 Safe working conditions as a human right. Safe and healthy working conditions are fundamental human rights. ISO 45001 focuses on occupational health and safety, leadership involvement, worker participation, and hazard prevention. When organizations extend ISO 45001 principles to their suppliers, they help reduce accidents, injuries, and occupational diseases. The standard also promotes worker consultation, giving employees a voice in safety matters. Now, ISO 37001 Fighting corruption that hides human rights abuse. Corruption allows human rights violations to remain hidden. Bribes can help unsafe factories pass inspections and allow illegal labor practices to continue. ISO 37001 helps organizations prevent bribery and promote ethical business practices. Strong anti-corruption systems make it harder for human rights abuses to go unnoticed in supply chains. Now, human rights due diligence using ISO management systems. Human rights due diligence means identifying risk, preventing harm, monitoring performance, and responding to violations. ISO management systems provide the structure needed to implement this process effectively. Supplier risk assessments, audits, corrective actions, management reviews, and performance monitoring can all include human rights criteria when aligned with ISO standards. Supplier codes of conduct and ISO integration. Many organizations create supplier codes of conduct, but these often fail because they are not enforced. ISO standards help integrate these codes into procurement, supplier evaluation, training, and monitoring processes. Without systems, a code of conduct is just paper. ISO standards turn commitments into daily practice. Now, auditing human rights in supply chains. Auditing human rights is not about paperwork alone. It requires observing working conditions, speaking with workers, and understanding cultural and social risk. Auditors must look for warning signs such as fear, silence, excessive overtime, restrictive movement, unsafe housing, and lack of grievance mechanisms. ISO-based audits focus on system effectiveness and continuous improvement, not just compliance. We have some real-world lessons from supply chain failures. Many global companies have faced serious reputational damage due to human rights abuses in their supply chains. In most cases, policies existed, but systems were weak or poorly implemented. Organizations that used ISO-aligned systems were better able to identify risk early and take corrective action before crisis occurred. Now, leadership responsibility in protecting human rights. Leadership decisions directly affect supply chain behavior. Aggressive pricing, unrealistic deadlines, and lack of oversight often push suppliers toward unethical practices. ISO standards emphasize leadership responsibility, ethical conduct, and accountability. Responsible leadership creates responsible supply chains. Now, have a look on the future. Human rights, ESG, and ISO standards. Human rights are now central to ESG reporting, sustainability strategies, and investment decisions. Governments are introducing supply chain due diligence laws, and expectations are rising worldwide. ISO standards provide a global, structured, and credible way to manage human rights, risk, and demonstrate responsible business behavior. Now, from products to people. Supply chains are not just systems and processes. They are networks of human lives. Businesses that ignore this reality risk legal trouble, reputational damage, and loss of trust. ISO standards help organizations shift from ignorance to responsibility and from exploitation to dignity. Protecting human rights in supply chains is not charity. It is good governance, good business, and the right thing to do. This is all about today's session. I, Akanksha Mishra, will see you in the next episode of TNV Academy. Until then, like, share, and subscribe TNV for more such informative content. Thanks for watching.